Hey, flooring pros. All right, let's keep this party going. This is the Flooring Business Master class. This is a mini master class. I'm going to give you an idea of what you can expect in September's master class. No reason you shouldn't sign up. It's $397, and you can even come live to Florida or join us online. Anybody that does join is going to get a recording of the class afterwards. You're going to get a ton of information out of here that you can use right away to grow your flooring business. Many people that attend the flooring business tell me afterwards that, yeah, it made a big difference, and they only used a small portion of what they learned. They just didn't get around to everything that they learned from this. I will give you actionable items that you can use right away, very much like I'm doing right now. Even if you're not attending, the videos that you're seeing, this mini series is giving you a lot of good information that you can apply for your business now. So in this episode, we're talking about building a Rockstar sales team. So what this takes is consistent effort. So building a Rockstar team doesn't happen overnight. You need those weekly meetings. You need to meet with them and improve everybody's performance, and also your expectations. They need to know what you expect of them. And it's important that you have expectations. And it doesn't need to be an hour long or 2-hour meeting. It can be a 20-minute review. So you want to talk about where we're at for sales for the month, for the year. What's our company goals? What do we need to do to reach those goals? Marketing review. It's funny how many, especially small businesses, we put out a sale or special, and the salespeople don't really know how to make this special work. I know if you're aligned with Shaw and Mohawk, you get those sales and specials all the time, and it's totally left field, because it's like, how do I apply this discount or sale or special? It's hard to make sense of that. So make sure you are reviewing the marketing that you have going on, so they're not caught by surprise by any sales or current specials that you have. Sales training. This should be constantly. You should constantly be training your salespeople. You can have a sales rep come in. I'm not a big fan of the reps because they'll teach them about the product and how it's made. They don't teach you how to sell it. But either I'll coach you guys on selling. You can either hire me as a coach, get another sales professional, or take it on yourself. Learn about sales and dynamics that go behind sales. A lot of the people that took my sales training, they use the information to train their salespeople. So all the salespeople weren't directly getting the training, but maybe the manager or owner was taking the lessons and then teaching it to their salespeople. Always found out too, I'm listening to conversations from my salespeople. There are always opportunities to train them up on how to answer a difficult question, such as, what do you guys charge for this? Or, why are you guys so much more expensive? Heard a salesperson say, well, it's because of our overhead. And I was like, no, let's come up with a good answer on how we overcome certain objections and certain questions. Big one was, how do you guys use in-house installers, or do you use subcontractors? And that was a fantastic opportunity to really highlight the difference between our company and somebody else's, even though we use subcontractors. So the answer was always very sloppy, but we worked on it in sales training and got down a really good answer and made sure everybody was using it. So it improved sales tremendously. Discussions on issues and how we create the process to handle them. Anytime you got a red flag issue, a problem, communication breakdown, whatever, you take care of the problem. And then at the sales meeting is when you work on how you create the process to overcome that. So you might do that as a manager, but then you share it with your team then. So don't try to solve every issue on the fly. You can table that discussion for your sales meeting, so you guys as a team can come up with a way to overcome certain problems. You want to go over the individual salespeople's numbers, the total appointments they had for the week and the month, total sales, including the amount, the number of sales and the amount. So what's their average ticket too? What's their closing rate? If you have a good software program like FloorZap, you can get that information quickly and bring all that information to the sales meeting. Now, I've worked with sales managers that don't get that information. They don't have the software, or it's too complicated. Well, that's okay. Then have the salespeople bring their numbers to the meeting and hold them accountable. Each meeting, you're going to go over what's your numbers? How are you doing? How are you doing? And everybody gets a chance to talk and tell what they're up to. Holds them accountable, and they actually like that. People will respect what you inspect. So the leadership, your employees do want to hold you. They want you to hold them accountable. If you ever watch any of the shows like Bar Rescue, that's a great one. The problem with the restaurant or the bar always comes down to the same thing, and that's poor leadership. That's because they don't have somebody that's willing to take charge and willing to look at what's going on, talk to the employees. I'm fascinated by bars and restaurants and different businesses that never have a sales meeting. I mean, even a grocery store, why not talk to the baggers? Why not talk to the sales clerks? Why not have ongoing training to create a better customer experience? You guys got to do that in your small business as well. You know, you need to have meetings and hold the employees accountable. They will like you better than if you're complacent and just trying to be a nice guy and be their friend. So the whole company will do a better job taking care of the customer too, because you all be on the same page. It'll be ingrained into your culture. They're going to earn more money. They love that. So what if you hold them accountable and they go from making $30,000 a year to making $16,000, $70,000, $100,000 a year? I mean, we've had salespeople do that in our organization. So they're going to enjoy a little pressure and their success. So don't be afraid to lead. We've had a couple people that work for us, and the process and everything got to be way too corporate for them. They weren't enjoying it, and it was putting a lot of pressure on it. So they went to work for a nicer guy, and the nicer guy didn't have any processes. He didn't have systems down, but he was a nice guy. What was the result? Customers were furious that things didn't get ordered correctly. Things weren't taken care of correctly. There was no process on how to handle different issues. When a customer called in and somebody else answered the phone, there was no process as to notes and communication. So people weren't entering them in the CRM program. People will hate that process when you're implementing it, and they'll love it a couple months later. They won't want to live without it. So that's what Floors app's about too. The employees, they're going to fight you on it. No, I don't want to enter this. I never did it before. And it's always head to head. It happens in every organization. Every leader complains about it. Be the leader that holds them accountable and make sure they're putting the information in. And then I guarantee you in 3 months, the employees are going to say, this is great. I'm glad you forced me to do this, because I can't imagine life without Floors app or whatever program you are using. Your employees are going to have a better closing rate. The salespeople will sell for higher margins, and your customers are going to love the experience as well. All right, so we're going to go over that, the processes, the systems, building a Rockstar Sales team. So September 14th, 15th, Orlando, Florida. Again, if you like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit like there. And if you want to make a comment on the video too, I get those in YouTube. It's great to see. All right, I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next video. If I can exit out of this video, I'll see you next video.